Hello, babies, hello. I'm Flylighter. And this is Daggerfall, the second iteration of the Elder Scrolls series. My favorite, if you ask me. It's probably my favorite DOS game of all time. Definitely my favorite Elder Scrolls. Not as well crafted as Morrowind, but for nostalgic reasons, still my favorite. The character creation tends to crash a lot, so I've taken the liberty of creating a character already. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so let me give you a little introduction to my character here. I'm a high elf. What that means only is that I'm a natural spellcaster and that I'm immune to paralysis. Those are basically the special abilities of a high elf. So if you look at the advantages and disadvantages I've created for this character, a critical weakness to paralysis, which does nothing because I'm immune to paralysis anyway, by virtue of my pure blood. I made myself a glass cannon, essentially. I'm critically weak to all types of magic. Can't wear leather armor. However, I'm really good with daggers and such. Lots of spell points, and that's because I've created a spellcasting character. I don't care about any of that. The deal is, I used to, when I was a kid and I played this a lot, I was always the hack and slash, just pick the long blade skill and go to work with a great big sword, rock and roll. So I decided to stick with a magic-oriented character this time. Destruction being my main damage dealer here. Destruction magic. Running half power leveling tool, since it's really easy to level up running just by running everywhere, but half because I don't really want to be close to enemies very much. When I'll be able to avoid it, I will. Short blade because I'm going to be a dagger wielder. Don't want to be... I got to keep it light because my strength isn't a lot, so I don't want to walk around with big swords and such. 2 more schools of magic. And jumping. That is entirely power leveling because I bunny hop everywhere. So that's only me trying to be able to level up quickly. The rest of my magic skills are in here. So I've covered all 6 schools of magic in the primary, major, and minor skills. Dodging purely as a defensive mechanism. Stealth and backstabbing, because if I can, I'm going to. I don't want to take things on face to face if I can avoid it. Alright. So that's what I'm doing. The playthrough, what you learn when you play this game is that there are a lot of ways to tool the system. You can sort of sneak into shops and steal everything and then sell it back to the shop. Cheap, easy. I'm going to try to avoid it because I always did that as a kid. That's just the easy way out. The real key here is in the character creation, it asks you questions about your character. And one of the things that I elected as an answer is that I was given an ebony dagger as a child or something. And ebony is one of the best materials in the game. So this is a really strong dagger to start out with. So that's the deal. So we're going to try and play legit. It's going to be tough starting out, but we're going to give it a shot. The music. It's completely different from the later Elder Scrolls. Eric Heberling, I believe, responsible for the music. Really creates a creepy atmosphere, especially as a kid. Alright, that worked really well. But yeah, so... Oh, that's worth a lot of money. We'll see if we can sell that later. But yeah, Eric Heberling, before Morrowind, which passed the reins onto Jeremy's soul, who frankly is too good a person for us to deserve, but it's a different kind of good. This is very good, creepy atmospheric music. And you find that even in Skyrim, if you sit in a tavern in Skyrim, eventually the minstrels will strum out one of the songs from Daggerfall, or possibly also. Oh God, he wants to kill me. All right, I was able to kill him first. So, all right, so we're gonna try and not use any of the cheap tactics of sneaking into the shops and stealing everything. I'm going to try and do everything legitimately. Starting with healing up here. because I don't have a lot of health. I'm squishy. So we'll try and play legit. I can't promise it'll end well, because I always used to cheat as a kid. As a rat. Alright. So, here's the thing. Today is the 4th of Morning Star. That's essentially January. Consider it's January 4th. I need to get really high up in the Mages Guild by March 5th. If possible. I don't know if it's possible. But I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, jeez. Alright. We killed him. Because what happens on March 5th? If I'm a high enough rank, I can summon a Daedra in the Mages Guild, and the Daedra, I guess that counts as leather. Daedra in question can only be summoned that one day. Powers unknown. Great. And the item he gives you, or she, I can't remember, gives you 30 stat points to distribute at your leisure. Frankly, that's like 5 levels up. So if I can get there in time, if I can rank up in the Mages Guild in time, I will do so. That's not what I meant to do. I leveled up. Well, there you go. Check out my speed. That's as good as you can get at level 1. You change the stats, and 75 is the highest you can make them just by choosing. Then you get a roll. It randomly distributes stats after that, and you can get up to 85 after that, and then you can get up to 14 points to distribute, and I went big. So my speed is now the maximum it can be. That's because this game's a pain in the ass without speed. Intelligence, we want to get up to 100 next, because that's my spell points. If I'm going to be a mage, I need to be casting hardcore here. I don't know how I leveled up so quick. I'm pretty lucky on that tip. Right. You look like you want to die. Alright. Alright. We heard him. Let's see what he's got. I don't know how much those will be worth, but I can carry them for now, so let's hold on to them. Some cash. Can't wear leather. Okay, that counts as leather. It's 1 armor rating. It's a bummer, but that's the way it is. Alright. Spell ineffective. Oh no. That may have something to do with my luck. If you take a look at my character sheet, luck is one of the stats I sacrifice to have high speed and intelligence and willpower. The luck just, I'm assuming it just affects your luck, you know, in anything you do, hitting, spellcasting. I don't really know that for sure. Personality, because I don't really care about getting along with people in the game, except the Mages Guild. So I'm just being a douchebag, because I'm a douchebag. Willpower, the only real thing that does for me is make it easier for me to level up my magic skills. So the easier they are to level up, the quicker I will level up proper. Alright. It has been so long since I played this game that I don't remember where I'm going. This first dungeon is always the same. Oh, shit's hitting the fan, guys. Alright. 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 Kill the thief. Ooh, this is good. Chain stuff. I can wear these. Let's get our defense on. That counts as leather. I wonder if the buckler is leather. I mean, that's what a... Oh, doesn't count as leather. Sweet. Okay, we have a little more survivability now, which is good, because I think I'm about to fight something nasty. It's a bear! It's a dead bear. I couldn't tell you what the actual objective of this game is. It's to follow the storyline, whatever that means. Goodies. Is this worth anything? Yeah, it looks like it's worth something, so let's grab it. And those aren't. Alright. This is probably not going to be worth a lot, but it's weighing me down. I started with 2 of them for some reason. Oh. I grabbed something. Okay. Alright. It's getting real. I can cast another spell here. Oh, he didn't really care. But he did fall. I apologize for the nasty recording. The DOS box tends to weigh down the recording a little bit, video-wise. But what are you going to do? You get to play DOS games. That worked out well. Nope, we don't care about that. Okay, so now we need to find a little safe nook to tuck into and rest. Oh, there are no enemies nearby, so I'm gonna rest. Yeah, get those magic points back. I got a lot of skills just now. Okay, I think this is a dead end, so let's clear it out. You know, this game used to be really creepy as a kid. Because... well, there's a lot of reasons. The music won, like I said. It's pretty genius. And the sound effects were really weird. Mainly, it's all the bugs in the game. All the glitches in the game are creepy. Because none of them make real sense. Like, a lot of times you'll go to do something in your inventory and it'll start making a really weird sound effect. I'm sure I'll get the recording of it eventually. But the sound effect will be localized at where you're standing, so you can walk away from whatever weird sound effect it is and then walk back and it's there. A lot of times it just doesn't make any sense. The dungeons are so weird. There's no rhyme or reason to them. Also, Daggerfall, unless I'm mistaken, is the biggest Elder Scrolls game. Like, real estate-wise, it's the largest. I think somebody did the math and said that it's about as big as Great Britain. Without any ounce of exaggeration. Alright. Kicking butt now. Oh, we found an upgrade. 4 armor rating versus 3. That helmet is not leather, so we're going to use it. That shield is a higher armor rating too, so we're going to use that. And that's just heavy. I don't need that. Okay. So far, so good. Let's take a nap, dudes. probably shouldn't be resting as much as I am. I should probably just fight my way out because, like I said, time is of the essence. We want to get high up in the Mages Guild quickly. At least that's my attempt. That's what I'm going for. No promises. But to summon Daedra, you have to be a high rank. So I gotta get into the Mages Guild. I've got to do quests for them and rank up. I've got to level up all of my magic skills because rank is based on what your magic skills are. Sounds bad there. They're based on what all your magic skills are, even the minimum. Like, your highest magic skill has to be a certain level, and your minimum has to be a certain. Die! Yeah! Alright. Okay. I don't know that I was in any real danger there, but there's a lot going on all at once. There's our exit. Alright. We found our way out. Now, as a kid, I used to sit in the first room of this dungeon until I was level 4, just running and jumping around the room. The ultimate power gamer. Age 13. I don't know if that did any damage to him. I hope it did some. At the very least, I cast some spells and probably leveled it up. Let's grab that to sell. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Up there's still enemies nearby. Okay. My health is looking nasty, so I better save just in case. Alright. Let's finish clearing out. I think there's a little bit more to do in here, and then I'm scot-free. I don't have enough magic to cast any spells on her, so I'm just gonna have to beat her to death. That's cool. Thank God for early AI. Yep. I knew there's a door there, I just couldn't remember exactly what was going on. Alright. You know, here's the thing. It looks like I'm playing in idiot mode here. Silver might sell. We're gonna find out. The thing is, there's actually, you can pick your reflex mode when you create your character. And that mode affects how hard the game is, but it also affects how fast you level up. So if you pick a really tough difficulty, you level up quicker to compensate. So I picked the highest difficulty. I think I did. Either the highest or the second highest. Okay, there's nothing in here, huh? So I'm not playing in like I'm too young to die mode here. I'm playing in tough mode, and it still feels pretty slow. Probably it might be half a DOSBox's emulation, but it's also just an old game. Now, I'm gonna save the game before I do this, because a lot of this game doesn't make any sense, like I said. And sometimes in dungeons you'll find random items where if you click on them, they teleport you to a random place. It's not doing it with this. But if you saw something like this in a random dungeon, there's about a 50-50 chance you're getting teleported somewhere in the dungeon. Also, the dungeon maps, here's the dungeon map, okay? And this is not a joke. This is, if you want to try and find your way around the dungeon, this is what you gotta do. So, it's no joke, and you can get lost. There's a very real chance you'll just get lost in a dungeon, and it'll take you a half hour to get out. So learning to navigate the map is pretty crucial. You can sort of take a side view too. So yeah. So later on I may be doing that, but before I even do any dungeon runs, I'm gonna have to create a teleport spell, because you get lost in the dungeon. So if you finally find your objective, you want to just teleport out. Speaking of which, here we are. Freedom.